What's your ideal man? What's your ideal man?
My ideal man would be somebody who is respectful, honest, who can take responsibility for his actions. Well, somebody who cares genuinely, pretty much, and a God fearing guy.
So everybody like has like a picture of like the perfect man they want, but you think you can find like a perfect man?
I don't think there's a perfect man, but I think that there's somebody who's perfect for me, whose flaws I would like and, well, tolerate just because of the fact that I love him. Yeah, that works.
Would you stay in a domestic abusive relationship,
Absolutely not.
but you love him?
Yeah, but
Wouldn't you tolerate him?
no, I wouldn't tolerate domestic violence. Anybody who hits a woman is an animal and should be treated as such.
Do you think they should be killed?
Well, jungle justice, no. But I think that first of all, they should be taken to an asylum because you have to be crazy to want to, inflict such pain on another regular human who hasn't done anything to deserve it. After which they should be beaten to stupor,
What of
then
what of
taken to
what of
jail.
what of women that hurt men? That
Asylum, straight up.
both of them, Abby.
Yes,
So it's like equal.
yes, it's equal.
Nobody gets like a bigger sentence than the
No, no,
other.
no, no. You don't get to hit somebody because you're a woman.
You think 14 years is enough?
For starters,
14 years is fair.
fair, yeah. For
Okay.
starters,
But you don't want them to get killed or beaten or just,
no, no. They have to get. Well, they have to get bitten.
What if
I'm
they get
just.
castrated?
For me, you have to do something a little bit deeper to get castrated, like raping a kid. Mm.
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles have to
Pedophiles
be.
should actually get
They
castrated.
should. They should get castrated. I mean, that's a whole nother level.
My name is AC Kaya 100, popularly known as 100. I mean, people like to call me 100 because they feel like my surname is quite unique. And I've got the amazing.
Jessica, hi, everybody who's listening. It's my pleasure to be on this podcast today. I've been looking forward to it for quite a while now.
You've been looking forward to it for quite a while now. So you're trying to say I did you bad by not having this
I'm
happen.
just saying you did the listeners injustice.
Oh,
Yes, by delaying them
it's
from
not good though.
experiencing
It's not
my
good though.
voice in its
Tell them what you
fullness.
do and stop being.
So,
Fine,
my
fine.
loves, I'm an actor, I'm a voiceover artist, I'm a presenter as well as a backup singer. Girls got talent, so
I mean, now you can already tell from the way she talks. Do a little bit of singing.
I know.
Girls, I can have fun. Uh,
Okay, you caught me off guard there, but let's see. Mm, what song should I sing now?
whatever you want to sing.
What
I know
song
you're
should
a
I
backup singer.
sing?
You're not supposed to get song
What
where
what
you know if
song
you
should
sing
I
now.
sing? Honestly, I'm blank. I don't know. I didn't think of
When I
this.
sing, you're too faithful to fail me.
You're too faithful to disappoint me.
My,
Yeah.
my God. It's okay. This is not a Barbie singing podcast. So come
FYI.
here, come and be showing
Okay.
yourself.
Whatever.
Really. So tell me about acting. I mean, when I hear people say I'm an actor, I'm an actress, it's so you're not like very popular right now, but you're doing like your own lots. So how's it been?
So acting is playing pretend. It's a little bit frustrating when you've not gotten there yet because, like I like to say, the competition is getting worse, and there's a lot of people. There's a lot of
Oh
fresh
my
talents everywhere.
god!
Yes, there's a lot of why you
Now
OMGing?
like when you said West, like I
Yeah,
felt like I needed to see that meme of
yeah,
oh my
the
god,
pressure is getting
West.
worse. Yes, yes, and there's fresh talent everywhere. There's the hassle. There's this stigma of having connections, and for those who don't have, well, you have to struggle. Go from one audition to another, possibly never get chosen because sometimes these auditions are just put in place for the production company to look like they're having activities, which is not. Most times they already have actors to cast, and that's like a big challenge, especially for people who go the extra mile, travel in and out of states just to attend an audition.
Wait, you mean they do that? Like just fake an audition to look like they're
They
actually
they
doing
do
something?
they do they
Woo!
do. It happens a lot.
Ninja.
I recently heard of this popular actress. I'm not going to say her name, but she held an audition at the island, yeah, and then didn't even pick anyone from that audition for the movie. They didn't pick anybody. I
But
mean,
people go audition.
people left their houses very early, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., left the audition ground by like evening, and only for us to see the movie, and none of us,
Now that's properly illegal. That's
none of
like
us.
not good to do. That's something that she should get punished for. You know,
It's so
she
wrong.
should get
It's
arrested or
very
punished for.
discouraging.
I mean, don't. Why are you saying that you're not going to call her and name? Call her
No, no,
out.
no. I'm not going to. I have my reasons, right? I have my reasons,
Is she
but
giving you money?
it's very
Do you know her
discouraging.
personally?
It's very discourring.
Stop using English to cover it
Oh
up.
my god.
Okay. Oh my god.
Would you
Oh my god. You're doing that again. Like call her out. How you go? How you
let
go?
me speak?
Yeah. Sorry. Speak.
Thank you.
Speak.
So that's one of the challenges you face as an actor. Apart from the whole part of women being sexualized, that's another whole level. Sometimes, actually, most times, it's not about your talent, it's about your body. People who have sex appeal tend to get roles way more than people who just have the regular bodies, which makes people go into surgery and want to, get their boobs done, get their butts done. And a lot of people who don't even have the talent are going as far as doing that and endangering their health because they want to, even if it's to appear as prostitutes or whatever in movies, anything to just be on a set, so this body shaming also body shaming also sets like some kind of pressure, a different kind of pressure on actors, and then the whole part of sleeping with producers and casting directors. Whew, that's a whole nother topic.
What's your favorite meme? Slide. The pressure is getting worse. Or which one?
Yes, actually, the pressure is getting worse. So so recently I got to know about that slang, and it works for me because really, I mean, who isn't feeling the pressure right now? Being in Nigeria alone is pressure on its own, and it varies because you don't only just say that the pressure is getting worse. It could be anything. It could be the competition. It could be the hunger. It's just your way of emphasizing how much you're affected by something.
So you don't like you are a mama.
No, I
It seems
don't.
say you did
Mm-mm,
wise.
mm-mm,
You don't
nah.
like God
But
have
I like,
mercy
I
upon
like
us.
something huge.
Something huge.
Something huge. No, it's not huge. It's huge.
Huge. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you like Sabinus.
I love him. I love Sabinos. He's my guy.
But there are
He's
people that
very funny.
feel like Sabinus is not really funny. That he just has like
So
a
so
nice way of
so
actually
so
expressing,
I
making facial expressions and all of
yeah,
the sort. But
I think what makes a comedian is being funny when you're quiet, right? You don't have to do so much, and his face does it for me most times. Sometimes I'm just moody, and then I see his face, and
you don't laugh.
I just
So
chuckle
Sabinus
because
get mumu face.
y-
That's what you're
mm,
trying to say. I'm putting you on the spot. Sabinus will hear
I'm
this thing
saying
and know what you are
it's a
doing.
compliment because this so-called Mumu face is fetching him money.
Okay, that's what you're
Yeah,
saying. But
yeah.
Sabinus is an amazing
So he's
person.
hilarious. That's what I'm trying to say. The guy is funny.
Now tell me about acting. Have you always wanted to be an actress? Like you've always wanted to act. When did you discover that you could act? People will say when I was in secondary school, I was like in the drama. I was like in the drama club in the children's church at the drama unit and all of the sorts. But when did you discover that you could act?
Okay, so in secondary schools and all, people tend to join these groups for the sake of socializing. But me, I've always been a loner. However, I always had a thing for drama, right? Sometimes I'd stand in the mirror, in front of the mirror, and talk to myself. I remember the first time I cried on cue. I made myself cry. I literally had to go with the tears to show my dad, like, Daddy, I finally did it.
And your dad did not think that you were mad or something.
So my parents got used to it eventually. They would always hear me talking to myself. And then I tell my mommy, look, I'm going to do a monologue right now. So if you hear me shouting or talking in the room, no, I'm not going crazy, mama. I'm doing something. So my dad wasn't really surprised when I came to him, and I was so, excited about finally getting to cry on cue. It was something that it was like a victory for me. Like, and in these things, you need to celebrate the minor victories so you can appreciate yourself better while you're waiting for the majors and enjoying the process. So it was big for me. I knew that I had taken further steps and I had increased, my dexterity in what I really wanted to do. So I've always wanted to be an actor. Yeah, you could say that.
As an Igbo girl, do you believe these claims of all Igbo girls like money, like they cannot be in a relationship and you're not servicing them financially, like it doesn't, they quite alright.
First off, everybody likes money, right? I don't think there's anyone listening right now who doesn't like money.
I don't like money. You know me.
It's just, oh, and I was gonna ask for your account number, but thank you for it. Thank
Please,
you. No, no, no. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you
please.
for letting me know.
Yeah, I like
So
money. I've
so
confessed.
I believe that it's not really about your tribe. A lot of people can be Igbo, but then they have different mentalities, they have different standards and values. The fact that I come from a particular place doesn't mean that I behave like everybody else from there. We all choose at a point, we all get to choose the way we think, the way we want to see life, and the values that we want to live by. So I don't believe that most Igbo girls cannot do relationships that are not financially based. I think, well, for me personally, it's finances are important. We're not going to lie about that one, yeah. But it's not a determining factor, because if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, I believe that that person has to have rather a direction in life. They have to have something that they want to do. They have to have a drive. I can't be with somebody who doesn't have a drive. Whatever I'm feeling for you at that moment, I'm sorry, dear, it's going to die eventually, because you need to push me. I'm very ambitious. I'm dangerously ambitious, and it's a blessing and a curse. It has its good and bad sides. However, yes, money is needed. Money is definitely needed, but it's not going to be the first reason why I'm going into that relationship with you. And as much as I would like my man to spoil me with money, I want to be able to spoil him too. Yeah, I want
Oh
it to
my
be I want it to
god.
be two
No.
sided.
I'm so
I want it to be two
I feel like
sided.
I should
I,
just
I
fall in
don't
love
want to
with you.
be a
Can we just love?
financial
Can we just
liability.
come
As
on.
I was saying,
Fine,
I
please.
don't want it. Does not like
Oh
I'm
my
not going to eat your
god.
money, oh dear. You will,
Really?
yes,
So you can eat my money without dating me.
you will spoil me.
You can you eat my
Okay,
money
okay,
without
it's
dating me?
voluntary, right? It's voluntary. I shouldn't have to come and ask. I shouldn't have to beg. I don't even know why people do that. Although you have friends that if you're at a very critical point, you can ask for money, but it's not like asking a person for money just because they're a male figure and you feel like you're entitled. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. I don't know where the ladies get that ideology from. I feel like we should all be able to fend for ourselves.
So there was like one time that this trend really happened and it was like all over the place and there was this talk about NBC weddings being really, really costly and there were just like a lot of things flying on socials that you don't marry a girl from NBC, oh, their weddings are like very costly, oh. You don't be as if you won't go buy this thing. What's your opinion? Because I'm asking you because I know say you be able babe. Like I'm not the evil person. Like I'm not from the east. You get me? I'm from
Okay.
the south. So I need to like know because I was like, what's happening? Because I know Akwa Ibom too. A wedding date. I can remember like my in-law saying that, yo, una wedding list they really really costly and stuff. So tell me what happened.
Okay. For whoever made that comment, the wedding was costly, but ask about the marriage. Ask about what he's enjoying. I mean, if you're going to do it, whoever even bothered to get married after, the whole cost knows the value he's getting for his money, right? That's all I'm going to say. So it's not really about the money you're paying at that time. It's just a wedding. You're talking about the rest of your life. So I feel like if you're even going to bother to spend so much on that wedding, if you're going to if you're willing to do anything just to get this person by your side, you know what you're getting out of it.
Have you ever been asked to actually have sex before you'd be given like a movie role?
It happens. It
Has it happened to
happens.
you?
Oh yeah, it has.
And did you give in?
It has. So I feel like Like the easiest way to just shun people that tries to make that absurd offer is to simply tell them, oh sorry, I don't do that.
But
I
they will
don't
still be
I
pestering
don't
you
do
now.
that.
They still be telling you that come
The
on.
truth is there is only so much that giving your body can do for you, because if you give your body, regardless of whether you're good or not, you've reduced yourself in front of that person, and there are rooms where that person would not find your name worth mentioning. So you should always make sure that your talent is at the forefront of the minds of producers and directors. It's that simple. And you need to understand that people invest money in this thing. People, they are executive producers that they have to answer to. So they cannot just cast you as the lead actor or sub lead where they know that you cannot even perform to their expectation, and you don't even have the traffic to attract audience, because they have people to answer to. So for those big roles that you're gunning for, they are going to cast those that they know would help them achieve what they need to achieve for the sponsors. So I'm sorry, dear, if you're sleeping with anyone, you're probably going to get minor roles, and the only thing that's going to help you is if you already have a certain reputation or image that that would get you that big role you want. It's not really about the sleeping with whoever.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes,
Are you are you sh-
I'm a pretty good cook.
are you sure? Like,
Yes.
is it? I'm not talking about ebao and white rice and yam. Okay. So what kind of meals can you cook?
What kind of meals can I cook? Well, I'm a sucker for yamarita.
This is yamarita.
Shish. Yamarita is my favorite dish, right? I love French fries. I love fries, right?
Yeah.
French, Spanish, but see, yamarita has my heart. Now, yamarita is this dish where you boil the yam, and you boil it, you cut it into bits, and then you put it in raw egg. Raw egg mixed with onions, put it in raw egg, and then you fry it like that. Sounds simple, but oh my god, the taste is glorious.
That's glory.
It's
It's
amazing. It's
amazing.
amazing. And then you have it with this egg sauce mixed with fresh tomatoes, fresh pepper and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
So
really nice.
I do know that from everything you've had to explain right now, you can actually cook. So don't overemphasize it. Don't make me look like you, because I'm an amazing cook too.
Yeah, but nobody asked you though.
Really, you're going to
Yeah.
do that right now.
Nobody
This is
asked
my
you.
podcast. I can literally say we go
No,
in there.
no, I can literally outshine you, because I mean, you don't. It's not every day you get to
Why are girls
to
like
have
this?
me
Why
in
why
the.
do they
And
like?
it's not
What
every
kind
day.
of pride
Yeah,
is this one right now? Oh yeah,
yeah.
my guest, just behave like a guest, madam. It's very simple.
I run the
You
shows.
are currently an amazing host. I've seen what you do. You're currently hosting for African Fashion TV, and I mean, did you ever dream of debuting into TV? Because you could just tell that you were made for this thing. You were made for the glam, the red carpets, the cameras flashing in your face, and you holding the microphone to say what you have to say. But tell me about the experience so far.
Well, it's been there's the good and the bad. Yes. Recently I've been putting up rather a lot on my status about Shiggy.
Shaggy.
About
So shaggy is
Shiggy.
like an outside word for pepper. You see things.
Yes, Shiggy. Man, it's not easy. It's not easy in this industry. And I discovered that there are different types of Shiggy.
Hmm.
That's how bad.
So I say that different types of shaggy. You don't see shaggy.
That's
Hey God. You don't see
that's how
shaggy.
bad it is. I'm starting from the bad part, because I need whoever's listening to understand that, man, it's not really what it looks like, right? In this industry, it's showbiz, so you have to look good to get what you want. But in the background, that's not really how it is. You could have people who haven't eaten for days coming to look like they're superstars, and then they go back into their shell and they're crying. So well, watching these people from the comfort of my home, I'd always thought that it was an easy peasy. All you need is your talent. But you don't only need to work hard, you need to work smart. If not, you're going to be used like used tissue, and they're going to dump you, and you're going to start from the beginning all over again. Now, getting remuneration for the job you've done is a whole nother topic, because it's one thing to work and it's one thing to be paid.
So these guys don't pay basically.
Well, it's hard to find people who actually do and who do it on time.
This industry is like similar to the radio world, where a lot of OAPs will tell you that we're just working. You just think that we're all glammed up making this money, but these guys don't really pay.
They don't really pay. Oh, they don't really pay. It takes the grace of God, and the importance of side hustles cannot be overemphasized. I mean, if Rihanna can do it, come on,
What side? What side? What?
Rihanna has a side hustle.
Yeah,
You
Fenty
know.
Beauty and all of those. But what side hustles do you do?
Oh, there are a couple. Like I said, I'm also a voiceover artist. I am a red carpet host. I host shows as well. I do my backup singing. I even design sometimes.
You do graphic design.
Yeah, I do graphic design.
But I do know
I
that a
do
lot of.
add content write ups as well, and I supervise scripts.
Okay. So that's what I was going to ask, because I do know that a couple of actors and actresses can also write scripts and stuff.
Yeah.
So you do. Now, there are a couple of movies that are out right now. What we're seeing this Coalition Cars. There's Brotherhood that's coming to uh cinemas.
Yes,
There's
brotherhood.
there's the Woman King, John Boyega,
Yeah.
with the Nigerian accent and
Oh my
everything that's been
god.
trending. So tell me about this new cinematic experience for Nollywood. Do you think that they're actually doing a lot to actually put us on the map, or you just think that it's too late? Why y'all
So,
stepping up
so
now?
let me first shout out to Nollywood writers. I mean, have you seen Coalition? Cause the movie blew my mind. It's about SARS. Every Nigerian should know the SARS story, and you didn't have to experience it to have felt the pain that people went through, when they shared their
Yeah,
traumatic
yeah.
experiences. I felt that when I saw that movie. I'm not going to give out too much because I want all of you to go see it, experience it yourselves. But that movie was amazing. The actors are doing impeccably well.
Daniel. So
To
Daniel Atim is one person, yeah, and I do feel like he's quite good at what he does. And then there's Kelechi. But do you think Bolanle Peters is one person that contributed immensely to like this movie?
Yes, I think she did. She did. And whoever thought of this concept, of paying, homage and respect to those who we lost unjustly, deserves an award. I can see that there were a lot of executive producers, people who believed in the vision of the movie. And I really, really hope that they get the awards and the recognition that they deserved. Shout out to every single person, down to the soundtracks. Everything was properly planned and properly executed. They would get the audience to feel the exact emotions that was planned for everything. It was just amazing. The dialogues were so emotional and so real. It was almost surreal because, come on, this is a Nigerian movie. You barely get to see things like this. There's always a fault somewhere. There's always a hole. There's always, So movies like this, movies like Lockdown, that were properly planned out before execution, they're really doing us well. They're really doing us good. I'd say that Hollywood has evolved immensely, and to everybody who doesn't like Nigerian movies out there, you're
Why
missing.
are you looking at me like it's like a personal beef? Because you do
You're
know that I don't like watch a lot of local content. It's not
no,
like
guess
it's
what?
not
It's your loss
it's
because
not my
because you're
loss,
putting
because
out because you're putting
it's
out
not
great
my loss.
content.
Come on, because I mean, you cannot compare Nollywood right now to Hollywood. Come on, you cannot compare.
Why are you
But I
comparing?
would
That's my
say, I would
problem with
say,
you
I would
guys.
say it's a
You sh-
step in the right direction. And we're trying
You
to.
don't even know that it's a step in the right direction because be honest with yourself. You haven't even seen the movie. That is the
If I
problem.
haven't seen the movie, I'm asking you
That
question.
is the problem. You're asking because you've been seeing flies and posters.
Nah,
I bet you can't even tell me what
nah.
happened in the
I'm
movie.
not going to tell you on this
Yo,
podcast. I'm not going to
yo,
tell you on this podcast because
you
I
haven't.
don't really want to waste
100, you
time. I
haven't
don't,
seen.
come
Look at your
on.
face right now, guys. You should
Nah,
see his face. He's smirking. He can't even hold it. You've not seen the movie. You'll just sit. You'll just
guys.
sit down and
So,
feel like you can speak vaguely on what you don't even have any
nah, nah, nah,
idea
for
about. You don't even
it.
know the first thing about filmmaking. So
Okay,
so
okay.
you don't even get to criticize these
So this
people.
is like me collecting my own fair share for not liking local content and seeing it. But I'm going to change. I'm trying my best, right? I'm going to change. It's not like my fault. So
So whose fault is it?
nah, it's fine. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Are you obedient?
Yes,
Woo!
very much so.
Woo!
Very much
You
so.
want to get on the big screens. You want to actually get these big roles. Do you think you're ready for it?
That's a very smart question. So what I've gotten to notice is that everything falls into place with time. So for me right now, there's no pressure in particular. I understand that, getting on the big screens comes with a lot of challenges. It comes with a lot of attention that people find it hard to control, and it could result into depression, and there's a lot of downsides to it. So I feel like if I've not gotten there yet, it's simply because God is preparing me for that. So there's no pressure in particular. There's no, oh my God, if I don't get this role, oh my God, you know, if my friends are landing these big roles, that's beautiful for them. I'd be happy for them. And then I'd know that one day I'd get my own fair share, I'd get my shot. But right now I'm really just based on I'm really just going on getting money, making money, because you do not want to rely on acting as your main source of income in this industry. You're going to shoot your leg in the butt, yourself in the butt. So I'm focusing on getting my streams of income right and making my own cash for now.
But I wanted to say how's Lagos being for you, but I'm not going to ask you that question just yet. What's with contact lens? Can you wear it? Would you wear a contact lens?
Yes.
Do you think it's really, really healthy to wear?
I think if you take care of it properly, if you sterilize it every day and you follow the instructions given by the doctor or whoever sells it to you, who I'm assuming has, a very wide knowledge of how it works, then yeah, it's healthy to wear.
Really?
Yeah, people would rather wear contact less than glasses.
Hmm.
I am people, so yeah.
You're people, so
Yeah.
you'd wear a contact lens
Yes, I would.
any day, anytime.
Any day, anytime.
If I buy you one, you
Definitely.
wear it.
Yes.
Really?
Well,
Want me
if
to
you
buy
buy me one, I don't trust you. Just give me the money. I'll get it myself
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm sorry if that hurt, but it's
It hurts because you're saying you don't trust me. Like I don't get it.
Yes,
I do
I'm
to
just
you.
I'm just utterly truthful. I don't trust you.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. It's
Now
fine.
it's my opinion. If I
Yeah.
trusted you now, it will not be my
No,
opinion.
no, no. So tell me, how's Lagos been for you? Because I know,
at night.
I know that. I mean, the fast life in Lagos is crazy, and people try to keep up with it and stuff. But how's Lagos being for you as a woman? You have to be properly crazy
So-
also.
Yes, you do. So first, I grew up in this crazy city called Lagos, and I love the fact that it gives me this adrenaline rush. When I schooled
Wait,
in
you grew up in Lagos?
I did. I grew up in Lagos all my life. I've lived in Lagos, right? So I go to the east to school, and then it feels like everything there is slow. Everybody there is backward, which
Okay.
is pretty frustrating. It was hard to flow with the people because they can't even understand half the things you say. You have to stoop to their level, and at some point you feel like your IQ is reducing. So I couldn't wait to get back home. I miss the rush, I miss the traffic, I miss the craziness. People scolding people. I miss
But you're not normal.
miss-
You're not
I miss
normal. You
hopping.
miss traffic.
I miss it.
Ah,
I
you're
miss
Laura
hopping.
Obanyo. You miss
Relax.
traffic.
I miss hopping a bus and watching two women fight and shout
Oh,
and tear each other
God.
apart.
Oh,
Through the window. It is crazy like that. I miss people, but not like I want this to happen every day, but I kind of miss the violence.
do you want the world to end anytime soon?
No, but it's just what makes Lagos Lagos.
Because I'm looking at you right now, and I feel like you just want
Like you never get
chaos.
bored. You never get bored. Even though the pressure
It's
is
getting worse.
there's always a distraction. All you have to do is come out of your street and you see a mad person who is not like mad literally, but doing mad things. It's just amazing. You never get bored.
Have you experienced flooding in
Lagos.
Lagos?
Oh my God. Tell me about it.
Flooding in Lagos, like water don't soak you because at the year, like I see it on like.
I've never had to swim in the water.
But there are people that
It's never-
swam.
Yes, now. You didn't see videos.
Okay, I saw videos, yeah, but I saw cars submerged underwater and
So
stuff.
there was this time during the flood where I had to attend an interview, and guess what? I get there and then the office is soaked. I literally have to. Okay, that day, this is what I did. So I wore my official wear, then I put in a polo and an elastic trouser in my bag because you have to be ready for anything in Lagos. So I had my heels and I had slippers in my bag. So when I got to the office and then I saw that everywhere was flooded, I just asked for the restroom. I went and I changed and they were all amazed. And I'm like, are you just coming to Lagos? This is Lagos, like you have to be ready for anything. So I literally have this bag that is a handbag / an emergency bag.
Damn,
But
girl, you're
yeah,
really ready.
Yes, because
Now we supposed to vote for the next election.
because you have to be ready for anything. It's Lagos, so if life doesn't happen to you, Lagos will happen to you. So you need to be forward thinking and
Ever fought in a
be
bus?
on your
Ever
toes.
fought in a bus because of your change, or somebody just probably touched your butt or something, or
Okay, so I have this face. It's a bitch face, right? That's what I like to call it. So I know how to apply it in certain situations and it's very unapproachable. So when you look at me, you know that you don't even do that to me, first of all. No matter how insane you think you may be, my brother, I'm sorry, you don't go to my butt. You don't touch me there. Or I'm going to make you wish you had a dictionary in your head for starting.
Oh my god!
Yes,
Like you're
yes.
saying right now, why are you staring at me? Let me touch your butt.
I'm always.
Like you want to stab me or you want to kill me or something. I don't like it. Like
No, no, no.
you're
I
looking at
don't.
me with like so much hatred. Like men touch
I feel
butts.
like you feel attacked because maybe you've done it before
Nah,
to
I could never do
someone.
something as shallow as that. I could never do it. I could never do something as shallow as that.
Yeah, so that's what it is anyway. I've never had to. Usually people argue for crazy reasons, but I believe that silence is the best answer for a fool.
But somebody said I was at a show, yeah, and a comedian said about that quote no really they work again because who they silent 1918 say 19 be the mumu. So it's not like the best
Well,
answer for like
unfortunately, what you think of me is not my responsibility.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to say.
Yeah, what people think of me is not my responsibility.
Do you like
It's a very hard fact to accept and get used to, and sometimes you're going to have to remind yourself about it over time. But what everybody thinks of you is not your responsibility.
do you like what Kanye West said? Sorry, yeah, that's his new name. Do you like what he said about the fact that he posted on his gram and he said that Essence is the biggest. No, Essence is the. Is it like I don't forget it post that right, but it's like he said that Essence is the best song in the history of music yet, and he posted it. So do you think that's true?
Well, first I like the fact that he's supporting other music.
Afrobeats, yeah.
Yes, I like the fact that he's supporting other musicians, and I love the fact that he's one of our own. In Nigeria and Whiskey. Ooh,
Yeah.
I've always no, I used to not. I've always because now I don't. But I used to crush on Whiskey that year during the
Why did
days
you
of
stop?
Hala. Come on, have you seen the new musicians that are out there?
Ooh,
Give me a
oh,
break.
bad girl.
So during the Hala Boy days and all that, I used to crush on him big time. So it's very nice. It's a win for Nigeria, but I don't think that SS is like the
What
coolest
song do you think
because
is like the
so
coolest?
currently I'm in love with the soundtrack for this movie. What's it called now? This T'Challa's
No
movie.
woman, no cry. Thames.
Yes, I'm currently in love with that
So
song.
that's
I
like
don't
that's a
think.
soundtrack.
I don't think it's no. I don't think. I'm just
That's a
going to
movie
say.
soundtrack.
I'm just going to say this is how music works for me, right? When a song comes out that I like, I'm addicted to that song, and every other artist doesn't exist in my head until I'm done feasting on that song. And right now, that's the song on my
Oh my
mind.
god. This
So
is like
until
this is like a huge disrespect to Essence, and you have to like apologize to
I'm
Wicked
sorry, but
SC
he's going
right
to have to
now.
wait his turn until I probably fall in love with that because right now, no woman no cries on my mind. And
No
times,
man, no
please
cry.
don't
I wanted to
spoil the
sing it
song.
for you. Now is
No,
it
no, no,
bad?
no, no, no. Thank you very much for
I'm going to sing it. I don't care what
save
you.
me the headache. Um, sorry, I feel like I'm hurting your feelings now.
Now you do that a lot. Like you
You
do that a lot. Like
you'll be
my
fine.
fans right now, like
You can take
who the
it.
fuck is this
You
guest
can
that I
take it.
brought?
You can
Like
take
she's
it.
literally eating my chest, guys. Like
The love of his life, guys.
oh no.
Oh my god,
No.
you're denying me in
Yes,
public.
I'm
Oh,
denying you probably because you're not the love of my life.
who is the love of
All
your
the
life
things you
then?
said to me are practically
It's out of
too bad.
love.
It's not out of love.
I mean, it's tough love.
What kind of tough love?
Tough love.
I feel like you
Romantic love can be boring, don't you think?
romantic love
I mean,
is
it,
don't say romantic love can be boring because you're anti-romantic. You said that a couple
oh
of
my
times.
god, are you going to
Over.
do this to
Yes,
me?
I'm going to
No,
do it to you. So guys, just so you know, Jessica is really anti-romantic. Like she doesn't give two fucks about romance. She doesn't like it. So yeah. So okay. I got you. The pressure is getting worse.
check out the pressure's not getting worse. Now, when I say I'm anti-romantic, it's just that I'm over the whole. I feel like love is overrated because there's the words is just flying everywhere, and people are really taking advantage of it. Which is insulting to a certain degree to people who actually love, and which makes it really hard to know when somebody feels what they say they feel for you because anybody can really come up with those sweet words and just say them and then you fall, but in the end they don't mean it.
So you feel like we should go back to the drawing board and nip in new words and new styles of toasting and just
Not
everything like right now it sounds like a cliche to you. It's too
not really.
overused.
I just like transparency. I just like transparency. And obviously, even if you love someone, it's not always going to be cute and cuddly and sweet. There are going to be days when you guys, have your arguments, your moments when you guys hate each other. That's the truth.
Are you in a
So
relationship right now?
yes.
With who?
Somebody who just denied me a couple of seconds ago, but anyways, like I said,
You're in a relationship with me.
like I said, who are you?
Me.
Did you just deny me?
I denied you because we're not in a
So
relationship.
are you now saying we're in a relationship? Why are you calling your name? I said a couple of minutes ago.
Hey
Hey
God.
God.
You're a guest on my podcast, and right now you're trying to tell my fans and my potential babe out there that's listening right now.
Do you want to be in
That,
a
like,
relationship with me? Because I don't remember mentioning your name.
are you in a relationship? I'm asking you again. Are you in a relationship?
100. What do you want to
Don't
hear?
scare
What do
like
you
don't
want? What
scare
do you want to
your
hear?
Mr. Right out there that could be listening right now and it's like, oh my God.
Okay, so I think that if Mr. Right is scared by me being in a relationship currently, then he's not Mr. Right.
So
And he's a bit of a coward
could you could you could you
because being in a relationship doesn't mean you're taken. I feel like you're single
so
until you're
you're part of the
married.
people that actually would say that the fact that I'm in a relationship doesn't mean that I can like actually get toasted because I'm not like married.
You can't control the fact that you will be toasted. It's just how you respond to it that matters. Yes, so you can't have a placard on your head saying, I'm in a relationship. Besides, things change, feelings change, people change. People can screw you over at any time. So I'm this person that I thought myself how not to fall entirely. It's just a thing for me. That's why I say I'm anti-romantic because first of all, I believe that romance is faked a lot and it's a huge deal breaker. And second of all, there's always going to be this part of me that is aware that anything can happen and you're not married until you're married. It just saves you a lot of hurt. It just saves you a lot of stories and unnecessary heartbreak slash
So you
breakfast.
don't get honey. You don't get
Who
honey.
doesn't? We all do.
So how do you take care of that feeling?
How do you take care of that feeling?
Uh I'm not in a relationship. Okay. Um when I'm honey, I I I don't want to say it so that people listening now can say this guy is bad. I SOP. I'm not afraid. I SOP. So that I will just release. But you, what do you do?
What do I do? I do a couple of things with the person who I'm in a relationship with.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, now I want to know the journey so far. How many roles? How many films have you featured in?
Well, a couple of extra roles I would say. So I started attending auditions in October 2020. I did that for a while, then went back to school to finish my studies, and I recently just came back. So I've not really been in the movie space. I've just been focused on my presenting and the other side gigs for now. So there's no huge list yet.
Do you
But
think the droughts would hamper your success getting back in? Or I mean drought you had, which is of course going back to school, not actually acting for like a while. You think if you had continued and not stopped, it would have been very easy. You'd have gotten like featured in a lot of movies.
yeah, I would. I would. Out of 100 auditions, there's a tendency that you'll be picked for at least 10. And not only would you get picked in out of every audition, you would always meet new people. You would always get to know new people, new faces. I know I would have attended a film school by now. It's one of the plans that I had, before finishing school. So I plan to go to a film school and learn filmmaking professionally before even going into filmmaking full time.
Mm. So you have that on your bird.
Yes,
Like you want to
because
do that.
because it's not just about having raw talent. You have to harness it.
Mm.
You can't know everything.
So what would you define um what would you define the current state of the country, like the fact that the youth are pumped about forthcoming elections and Peter Obi? What would you define it as?
So I think that this has experience opened a lot of eyes. I think that everybody's finally awake and I love it. I love it. These days you start like people don't even get to say, "Oh, our votes don't matter in public," because somebody's going to choke you dead in the eyes. You know, people like that are aware now. People are very informed, and every other candidate seems wrong. I mean, even the layman can see it that these other guys are just not right for this thing, So I think that it's simple. Obi is the most. Now I'm campaigning.
No, no, no. You have to do it because I'm obedient
I'm
too.
saying that. I'm saying that. I feel like Obi is the most appropriate candidate for Nigeria. He's our best chance right now. So if you haven't gotten your cards, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. I don't know what your purpose in life is. I'm sorry if I'm being really
That's
harsh.
rude. You cannot be
I'm
talking to
not
my
being
family.
rude.
You cannot be talking to my audience like that. You don't
I'm
know what they
only
are doing with their life. If they catch you now, you will know yourself.
No, I trust that your audience are smart.
Yeah, but
So
trying to now
no, no,
want
no,
to
I'm not.
come on.
I'm just being very, very honest, right? I believe that they're smart people. Smart people like to listen to smart people. So if they're even your audience, it means that to a certain degree they are very wise and they know what's right. So I think that everybody should be obedient really because that's looking like our best chance of getting over the the monsters that have taken over our land.
Thank you so much for saying that. I feel that that's everything. That's really important thing to say and true thing to say. Now, do you watch movies and you mark errors in it and you just feel like, oh, this scene is really bad. They should have done this. So like,
Yes, I do that a lot. I do that a lot.
and do you think it's something that was still repeating like in Nollywood right now, or we've changed?
Okay, I think that they're finally taking corrections, even though there are some renowned directors and producers who still manage to mess up, office mistakes. Sometimes I say don't insult the intellect of your audience because there are things that shouldn't just happen. There are things that are not just right. Sometimes they cast actors based on the influence those actors have, even if they don't have talent. And sometimes these actors pay for the roles and then they don't deliver, but you forget that your name is going to be on that movie as the casting director.
Like, how can a ghost bleed? I mean, the ghost is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ah.
There's just it's annoying. Don't even let's not even get into
No,
that.
no, I'll see why I don't watch local
But
content.
hold on. You cannot just generalize because there's local content that is recognized internationally because it's that good.
True.
Out of every five, there's always going to be that one or two that stand out. So you cannot generalize. It's not fair. It's just like saying everybody from NBC is wicked
Okay.
just because there's that
School me, ma'am. School
there's
me.
that
School
school
me,
of
ma'am.
thought. So basically, you can't generalize on us like that.
Yeah, that's the right
Yeah.
thing to say. I think it's not fair to do, and I take corrections for that. I'll not do it again. I'm sorry, mommy.
Who's your mommy?
Oh my god! Now, as a woman, tell me, um, you should wash your underwears every day, Abby.
Definitely.
Like every day.
Yes.
You should change your underwears how many times in a day?
I do that once in a day.
But do you think it's right to do it just once?
Hold on. Now I change my underwear. I'm gonna be very honest, right? I change my underwears once in a day. Why? Because there's something called pant liners, right? So usually when women wear pants without their pant liners, it's going to leave stains and then it's
Yeah,
going to
right.
create
It's going to
these
do all of those
this
things.
awful smell. But that's why you have pant liners that you can change a few times within the day.
So,
Because the liquid the
so
li- liquid that comes out of your vagina tends to have some smell, and if you don't use your pant liners it's going to go down to your panties and it's going to create this stench that people perceive when you walk around. So instead of changing your undies every day, sorry, not
like
every day,
twice or
instead
thrice.
of changing your undies like twice or thrice every day, you change your pant liners. That's the idea. It doesn't mean you don't get to wash them every day though. You have to wash your undies every single day. That's a necessity.
Why does wig smell?
Because women tend to wear them without wig caps. Women tend to leave them in enclosed spaces and then wear them without drying them. Women tend to overuse wigs.
Do you think that's like a turn off for guys?
Of course, it's a turn off for everybody.
There are people that like. There are people that are weird. That like wig smell. Maybe just put the head on my nose.
Ew,
Smells into my soul.
ew.
Ew. Like, but you do know there are people that have like weird sexual fantasies.
Yeah, people have those. I know, but wig smells though. How do you even pretend not to How do you pretend to like the smell when you're staring at the person's face and it's just oozing and you're just taking it all in?
Have you ever
How do
missed?
you maintain the
Have you ever
facial
missed during
expression?
like? Have you ever missed during like polluted? Sorry, farted. I mean, how to use like all the names like Nigerians to know these things. Have you ever farted like when you and a guy were like making out or stuff?
When we're making
Or
out.
silent, not maybe loud or
No, no, no,
silent.
chill. When we're making out, no. But I've done that a couple of times in the presence of my boyfriend.
And what did you do?
We laugh about it. It's normal. See, relationships are sweet when you're that comfortable with the person. You don't have to hold it until
But seriously, if I was that person, yeah, I would literally just tell you, you can't do this. Like you're disrespecting me. You just look when my mom messes, and my mom is like, I'm not your mother, so I cannot mess again. Like, what is wrong with you, mommy? You just farted, and
why
she's
you
like,
why you my boyfriend if I cannot fart in front of you?
jeez.
Do you
How do
understand?
girls do these
I don't
things? Like, why
understand.
don't they talk like
Like,
this?
what do you mean? Why would I not mess in front of my? But
So let's
if I
okay.
marry the guy now, if I marry the guy,
It's different. Have you married the guy?
wait, calm down. The guy I'm dating right now, if I marry him, I will never get to fat in front of him.
Yeah, you
For
have to
what?
do that.
He's not even like
Bros,
that.
bros, you dey hear right now. You dey hear
He's
wetin-
not like
you dey
that,
hear wetin
honestly.
she
He's
dey
not like
talk.
that. Because I don't know how your girlfriend will be able to survive in that relationship because why won't I have freedom of farting? What do you want me? What do you want from me?
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for
You
asking
know
this
the
question
shit.
because
You know the shit.
so growing up, I used to think girls don't like shit or something. To girls shit, like seriously, I used to think that like girls don't shit. You know, I used to think that
Everybody does.
because you know how they carry themselves. I said, oh my, so they go to shit. Hi.
Okay, so me, I don't form, right? I don't form. For some people, it's natural that they behave that way. Not like they don't shit, but they act like they don't. Me, I shit though, guys. I don't know. How do you pass out excretion? Is it from the mouth or is there any other method I don't know about? Because I mean everybody does.
Everybody does.
Everybody
Did
does.
you study theater art in school?
No, I studied mass communication.
Mass communication.
Yes.
That's what you study. But right now you're acting.
Well, I'm doing a couple of things. Mass communication is versatile. That was the whole point of studying mass communication in the first place. So I could get like a billion jobs based on the experience I had. There's broadcasting. It has to do with broadcasting, advertisement. It has to do with so many things. Content writing, communication. You can become a customer care representative for a telecommunications company. You can be a telemarketer. There's like a million things you can dabble into, with your knowledge of mass communication. That was the whole point of studying it because you don't want to section yourself into one thing. You want to spread your wings. You want to be versatile. You don't know where life is going to throw you. So wherever it does, you want to have something to offer
Mm.
to get value back and to get money back. So that was the whole idea of going into mass communication.
Proud of you. Proud of you. I tell you, I'm proud of you. I mean, thank you so much for coming on this podcast. I've had like fun talking with you and discussing about these things, and it is very, very important that you young people out there should know that they could do anything they can do. Now, I would want you to end with telling us how tasking it has been as a young girl in the society. I mean, how do people look at you? Do they see you like one person? Because you know there are professions right now in this country that if you're a girl doing it, you're like, she they sleep with guys, she they sleep with like chicken. What has it been for you? Like, and then after you say that, you can now like face into giving advice to young girls out there.
Okay, it's not been very easy because there's this school of thought in people's minds. I don't know if they do it consciously or unconsciously, but once you're a woman, something changes. There are certain things they don't expect you to do. There are certain things that you're going to do that will never be enough to them. So you have to go the extra mile and work twice as hard as the other person just to prove a point, to prove that you can do this and you deserve it. I don't know why it's like that, but that's how it's always been. And you have to have thick skin because people are going to hurt your feelings intentionally. People are going to look at work that you've spent, your time, blood, and sweat on and make you feel like it's nonsense just because of the fact that you're a woman. So there's still no real equity in a sense when it comes to sexuality because men are still believed to be the higher figures, the ones who know what they're doing, and then the women should be in the other room, you know, as it is. So it takes thick skin to survive in, especially in the entertainment industry. It takes thick skin. You have to be strong-willed and strong-headed, especially when it comes to like sexual advances, raw sexual advances, and stuff like that. So it's not been easy. I tell you, you have to work twice as hard and twice as smart, and you have to have God, because if you don't have God, I'm sorry for you. Honestly, that's the truth. If you don't have God, I'm really sorry for you. Pretty much.
Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. I am so grateful. Jessica is an amazing actress. She's also a presenter with African Fashion TV as the female host. She's also into script supervising as well as she's a voiceover artist and a couple of things that she does. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. Now, do well to share and recommend this podcast to a loved one, a friend, your enemy, your foe, anybody out there that loves to listen to stuff. It would help them. It would help them.
Yeah, definitely. And potential clients listening, do well to reach out in the DMs.
We have to do that. Do have to reach out
Very,
to,
very important.
because I mean, these things are really important. Thank you so much for listening to us today. And I don't know what guest I'm going to be bringing your way next time, but till we see you again, it will be an interesting conversation to delve into.